Yo, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Spyro the Dragon, but before we jump into that, I know the turnaround time for a lot of these videos has been taking a lot longer than normal. I just been working that holiday schedule, so you guys kind of know how that goes, but my schedule is starting to stabilize a little bit, so you guys should be seeing more content more regularly on the channel. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you know we hit our year-end goal for the channel, and I'm super happy about that, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys for subscribing and following me on Twitch and YouTube, all that fun stuff. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and hopefully in 2020 we have even more great content and we meet more people and we have more people join the fam. But without further ado, let's jump into the review. Today we're going to be looking at Spyro the Dragon on the Reignited Trilogy, and yeah, let's get into it. Spyro the Dragon. I remember it like it was yesterday when I received the PlayStation 1 for Christmas, and one of the games I got with that was Spyro 1. I remember playing this game non-stop. Even though I didn't beat it back then, I still remember it being a fun time. The seemingly open worlds, the fun platforming, and even the collecting aspect of the game. Spyro always seemed to be the second unofficial mascot for the PlayStation alongside Crash Bandicoot. Now that I think about it, this game is what introduced me to the whole collectathon 3D platform formula anyway. When Crash was more linear, Spyro allowed me to do things in order that I wanted to do them in. I know many kids my age were all into Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie, but since I didn't own a Nintendo console back then, Spyro was my fix and introduction to this type of game. I love the open hub worlds, collecting all the gems for each level and finding those captured dragons. So Spyro's story starts off with the dragons participating in a TV interview. Go figure. During this interview, one of the dragons starts to verbally assault Gnasty Gnorc, who was banned from the kingdom due to his problematic behavior. Gnasty got wind of this and launched a full-on assault on the dragons, trapping them all in crystals. This is where our hero, Spyro, comes in. Somehow Spyro was able to avoid all of this, so it's up to him to free all the dragons and bring peace back to the kingdom. So like I stated earlier, this was my first exposure to this type of platformer. The goal was more than just getting from point A to B. It was more about exploration and collecting things along the way. The main objective is to free these crystallized dragons from across the world, but you can also collect gems and Dragon Edge, which you will need to progress to other worlds. Unlike Crash, Spyro stages are completely open areas for you to explore. Spyro has a very basic moveset that are perfectly fitting for a little dragon. Spyro's main form of attack is a flame attack and a charge attack. The flame attack is good for most of the enemies in the game and allows you to hit enemies from a further distance. There are some enemies that are armored and won't be hurt by your flame, so this is when the charge attack comes into play. The charge attack also allows you to move much faster throughout these open worlds. You also have a dragonfly named Sparks who will follow us around our adventure. Think of Sparks as like your health bar. Each time you get hit, Spark goes from yellow to blue to green. If Spark is about to leave you, just feed him some butterflies by attacking a small animal like a sheep to help him out. You can also press the R3 button and he'll help you find lost gems. This move is amazing for those trying to 100% each level. Each hub world contains worlds of similar themes. You have worlds ranging from a typical grassland or desert, then you have more unique worlds that feature wizards and mythical beasts. This game does a great job in bringing home the idea that this game is set in a fantasy world. I love how the game looks, especially with the Reignited Trilogy. Each hub world also has a bonus fight levels called speedways. I absolutely love these levels. They offer a great challenge and a nice break from the typical platforming gameplay. The objective in these levels are collect and destroy certain things in the stage. Make sure you do not fall in the water, because if you do, you have to start the stage over from the top. I've always enjoyed these levels and look forward to playing them in each Spyro game. This game also has boss fights. You reach these bosses by collecting enough dragons for that given world. These boss fights are pretty straightforward and easy. You just chase the boss to the end of the level and that's pretty much it. I was kind of disappointed with the bosses in this game. Even the final boss, Gnasty Gnorc, was really underwhelming. You just chase him around, that's it. Wow. Once you defeat Gnasty Gnorc, the Dragon World is back to peace. If you manage to collect all the collectibles, you'll have access to Gnasty's treasure hoard. This serves nothing more but to give you some quick laughs and a trophy for completionists. Besides that, there's really no reason to go after this. Overall, I think Spyro 1 is a fine game. It has some really cool levels to explore and some fun things to collect. If you are new to the collectathon genre or new to Spyro in general, I feel this is a great starting point. Alright guys, with that being said, that's going to wrap up the Spyro the Dragon 1 review. Next time we come together, we're going to be looking at the second installment of Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot 2. I'm excited to write that review and get that out to you guys. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for viewing this. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace.